Dream Theater, The Astonishing is the 13th studio album from this pretty well-known progressive metal slash progressive rock band. I'm going to talk about the album as a whole, talk about the story behind it, and then I'll give a grade to the thing at the end of the video. If you're on SoundCloud, please hop over to my YouTube channel. If you're on my YouTube channel, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also share this video around on all of your favorite social media websites because that will enable me to continue making content of this sort. The men who are responsible for creating this piece of musical art are James Labrie, John Petrucci, Jordan Rudess, John Myung, and Mike Mangini. It was released on January 29th, 2016. The story behind the record is that the great Northern Empire of the Americas is oppressing the northeastern part of the United States. And then there is a rebel militia called Ravenskill Rebel Militia that is pushing back on the oppression. And the oppression basically is that there is no music in this land. The only thing that creates music are the machines that you see on the album artwork for this record, called the Nomax, the noise machines. In the end, Ravenskill ends up winning this little battle here because of a man named Gabriel who starts to sing. Lord Nefarious, the leader of the great Northern Empire of the Americas, comes to see him, and while he is moved at first, he decides that he doesn't like him in the end, but toward the end of the record, the last track, the Astonishing, is when Lord Nefarious decides that he will turn over a new leaf and start governing or ruling the land in a fair way, and they can have music once again. Throughout the middle of the record, it talks about how people have forgot music and they really need to bring it back, and Gabriel is the guy that's really leading the force behind the Ravenskill militia pushing back on the oppression. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's talk about a few of the tracks that really stand out to me. There are a few instrumental tracks that use some orchestration, some string work, and they're said to be done by the Nomax. They're pretty interesting. It's some really progressive metal slash rock kind of stuff. There are a few moments on the record where there's a violin, or at least one moment, where it kind of sounds like a country album. You know, not like that pop country of the new day, more like some red dirt because there's a fiddle in it. And of course, this isn't country, so we're calling the fiddle a violin. But it's pretty interesting to me. I was kind of surprised to hear a kind of country sound on the record. I enjoyed that quite a bit. All in all, there is a lot that went into the record, and there's way too much for me to talk about in this short little review video. Now, you might think the review video is too long. Whatever. Okay. So, my feelings on the record, I mentioned a bunch of times that it's super long, and that really hindered the grade from me because, God, when I was trying to listen to it for the review, it felt like I was working rather than enjoying myself listening to the record. Now, the story is fun, and you have to put your hat off to John Petrucci for writing this damn thing. He got the idea for the concept album back in 2013, and then the guy spent a lot of time putting it together. I mentioned that it's a grand undertaking. Yeah, this thing would have taken a ton of work. Like I said, there's orchestration. The mixing would have taken a long ass time. They said that they started mixing in September. And so I feel kind of bad giving this thing a 75 out of 100 because I feel like I can understand the amount of effort and the time that it took to put out this record. But when I'm trying to listen to an album, and this is just me being honest, you know, you don't have to agree with my opinion. This is just me giving you my opinion on the record. I gave it a 75. It was too damn long. At times I was kind of bored. I'm like, when is it going to pick up? There were a few moments on the album where I really enjoyed it. Like A Better Life, Lord Nefarious. Those are two awesome songs. And then the best stint, the best portion of the album happens toward the end of Act 1 and the beginning of Act 2. Starting from A New Beginning and going down to Heaven's Cove. That little piece of the album is absolutely the best. It's the middle part where, you know, a lot of the conflict is happening. And so in a movie, let's talk about Transformers. This would be where a battle would be happening. You know, this is like the highlight of the damn movie. And then after that, it kind of slows down and it ends with The Astonishing, where Lord Nefarious gives up and he says that he will rule the land in a more fair manner and they can have their music. And so Gabriel is a fucking hero, basically. But like I said, I just kind of got bored of the album and I felt like I was working while I was doing the album review. you know. There are a few tracks, like I said, that I'm going to be returning to. A New Beginning is absolutely the best track on the record. In fact, when I was listening to this song, I looked at it and I'm like, wow, that's still the same song. I felt like it could have been a track shift. There was a few times where like you hardly notice a track shift and there was a track shift, but in A New Beginning, it feels like it could be two songs, you know, comparing it to Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. You know, there's a lot of song within that one track. Anyway, yeah, my final grade on this thing is a 75 out of 100. I really didn't enjoy it. I probably won't be returning to it ever again. I might listen to A New Beginning from time to time, but that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching my album review. Let me know what you thought of my album review in the comment section down below. Please let me know what you graded this thing in the comment section down below. Once again, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on my next album review. Namaste.